I kind of want to tell Ms. Craig, if you could just kind of tell them about your background and tell them about, how you got it, how you even heard about boot camp, how'd you get into it, your experience in our last boot camp, and your success post boot camp.
Okay, so I want to kind of keep this a little short. So before I came here, I had absolutely no experience whatsoever. Like I didn't know anything about anything. So initially I heard from it because of my mom. I knew I wanted to get into tech. I just didn't know like what I wanted to do really. So she told me that she found you from social media and she's seen you talking about tech, and she actually wanted you to help my brother with something, but like he didn't want to do anymore. But she just like remembered you. She was like, oh, I remember him. I'm going to get you into his boot camp. So I was like, okay. So I was a little nervous, I was a little imposter syndrome, but I remember our first Zoom call, you were very like reassuring, very encouraging. And I just felt more comfortable afterwards. So I remember during the boot camp, we had two projects. The first one was the Linux project, and we made directories, we made files, we used the command line interface, and that was really just to get us used to using the command line interface. I remember the second project was the 3-tier architecture project, and that was a big project, you guys. That was like a lot to take in, but I learned so much during that entire like project. And I also want to say that if you do see my documentation, I ran into so many hiccups. I had so many issues, but Mr. D'Amico's always helped me out. He was always there for me. He was always encouraging, and he always helped me out, you guys. Like he's really just like, you're in good hands, okay? So and eventually I got to the point where I could kind of figure things out on my own a little bit. And after our projects, we met with Miss Tiffany, and she helped us with our resumes. She helped us with like showing us how she writes our resumes. We can do it ourselves. And after boot camp, I started studying for my certification, and I actually passed it like this past Saturday. So hold on one second. Okay. But I actually passed my certification this past Saturday, and I'm currently going to be working on my DevOps certification and trying to apply for jobs. But I want to give y'all some tips.
Tell them which certification you just passed on.
The AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate certification.
Talk to me. Nice. All right, go
But
ahead.
I wanted to give you guys some tips on like just things to remember. So first of all, believe in yourself. You can do this. Just be resilient, like have a resilient mindset. Do not give up. Don't get too frustrated. And if you need help, just ask Mr. Mikos. Like he has your back, you guys. Like he has your back. Also try to be like self-sufficient as well. Of course, if you need help, ask for it, but don't just try to run to him about every single thing. Try to do things for yourself. Another thing would be to take like, I don't know if you have an app on your computer or something where you can take screenshots of your like work, but for me personally, I used to do like the video recordings, and there was one project where my app like shut down and I had to redo the stuff for documentation purposes. So like take screenshots of like videos, I would say. And then another thing would be to just like everything in this course is important. Everything, like everything, every single thing. So even if like right now you may not really understand everything, even after you like are done with the course, it will all come together. I promise you it will. Like I remember studying for my cert, and it was just like I already felt comfortable because I already like had so much hands-on experience already from this course. So everything that you learn is important, and just take advantage of this opportunity. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ms. Craig. That was excellent testimony and great